You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Vice President Joe Biden did speak today with regards to last night's rebellion, as well as the decision to charge the cop. This is what Joe Biden said today in a live stream to the country.
You know, I just had an opportunity to speak with the Floyd family and a group of them, most of them. They're a close, decent, honorable family, loving one another. And once again, we had the words, heard the words, and they heard them. I can't breathe. An act of brutality so elemental, it did more than deny one more black man in America his civil rights and his human rights. It denied him of his very humanity. It denied him of his life. Depriving George Floyd is, as it deprived Eric Garner, one of the things every human being must be able to do. Breathe. So simple, so basic, so brutal. You know, the same thing happened with Aubrey. The same thing happened with Breonna Taylor. The same thing with George Floyd. You know, we've spoken their names aloud. We cried them out in pain and in horror. We chiseled them into a long, suffering hearts. They're the latest additions to the endless list of stolen potential wiped out unnecessarily. You know, it's a list that dates back more than 400 years. Black men, black women, black children. The original sin of this country still stains our nation today. And sometimes we manage to overlook it. We just push forward with 1,000 other tasks in our daily life. But it's always there. In weeks like this, we see it plainly that we're a country with an open wound. And none of us can turn away. None of us can be silent. None of us can any longer can we hear the words, I can't breathe, and do nothing. You know, we can't fail victims like, you know, what Martin Luther King called the appalling silence of good people. Every day, African Americans go about their lives with a constant anxiety and trauma, wondering who'll be next. Imagine if every time your husband or son, wife or daughter left the house, you feared for their safety from bad actors and bad police. Imagine if you had to have that talk with your child about not asserting your rights, taking the abuse handed out to them just so they could make it home. Imagine having police called on you just for sitting in Starbucks or renting an Airbnb or watching birds. You know, this is the norm black people in this country deal with. They don't have to imagine it. The anger and frustration and the exhaustion is undeniable. But that's not the promise of America. It's long past time that we made the promise of this nation real for all people. You know, this is no time for incendiary tweets. It's no time to encourage violence. This is a national crisis. We need real leadership right now. Leadership that will bring everyone to the table so we can take measures to root out systemic racism. It's time for us to take a hard look at the uncomfortable truths. It's time for us to face that deep, open wound we have in this nation. We need justice. We need real police reform that hold cops to a higher standard that so many of them actually meet, that holds bad cops accountable, that repairs relationship between law enforcement and the community they're sworn to protect. We need to stand up as a nation with the black community, with all minority communities, and come together as one America. That's the challenge we face. You know, it's going to require those of us who sit in some position of influence to finally deal with the abuse of power. The pain is too immense for one community to bear alone. I believe it's the duty of every American to grapple with it, and to grapple with it now. With our complacency, our silence, we are complicit in perpetuating these cycles of violence. Nothing about this will be easy or comfortable. But if we simply allow this wound to scab over once more without treating the underlying injury, will never truly heal. The very soul of America is at stake. We must commit as a nation to pursue justice with every ounce of our being. We have to pursue it with real urgency. Got to make real the promise of America, which we've never fully grasped, that all men and women are equal, not only in creation, but throughout their lives. Again, to George's family, thanks for taking the time to talk to me. I promise you, we do everything in our power to see to it that justice is had in your brother, your cousin's case. God love you all, and folks, we got to stand up. We got to move. We got to change.
All right, folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, folks, we support black businesses here, and Mary Spio, Ceek.com. She is the sister. She actually created, that's right, so her patent created these virtual reality headsets. So what I told you before, we had her in technology segment. So what happens with these headsets, folks, is real simple. You take your phone, and then you just simply place your phone inside of this. And so if you go to the Ceek website, you're able to look at the content, or if you even go to YouTube and you look at their 360-degree videos. And so when you put this headset on, you're able to actually see the video completely. It gives you this virtual reality experience. It puts you actually in the room of an interview or a video that was shot. And so it was really great. And so they have these virtual headsets on their website for sale, but also these great headphones right here. These are 4D 360-degree headphones. An unbelievable sound, pulsating sound. Gamers love these, people who are doing online games. And so she created this headset as well because she wasn't satisfied with what was out there. And so they have a special code for you. And then we get a cut of the proceeds, folks, if you purchase either the VR headset or the headphones. It's right there. It's RMVIP 2020, RMVIP 2020. And so we certainly appreciate partnering with them on this. Many of you, they are very much, they love the feedback that they've gotten from this. And in fact, Mary sent me an email saying she's heard from people from all over the world, from New Zealand and Ivory Coast, who watch Roland Martin Unfiltered and heard me talk about her and her company. And so again, folks, you go to Ceek.com, go ahead and roll a video or the slideshow so you can actually take a look at that. You get a great headset here as well as, so that's the VR headset. So you see, you put your camera in and it gives you this virtual reality experience where it puts you literally in the room. And so it's always pretty cool to see those concerts and to see some of the very interesting video there. And so on Ceek.com. And so use the promo code RMVIP 2020.